What's going on, everyone? Mitch from RespectMyRegion.com back with another episode of the Morning Joint Monday. Hope everyone's ready to get after it and enjoying this beautiful weather. Uh, this this past week was actually the first nice week in Seattle in a while, so we've been getting out barbecuing, enjoying some of the sun. Hope you guys are doing the same. Mother's Day was yesterday. Happy Mother's Day to all the Canna moms, RMR moms on the RMR squad, and just the moms in general out there. Um, and also this last weekend was the Emerald Cup. I was not in attendance, but Joey Bravo was down there. Uh, my business partner, our co-owner, checking out the Emerald Cup. It looked pretty lit. Looked like there was a lot of fire to be found. A lot of great people down there and in the Bay Area. Um, so second time up in NorCal, we were just out there for Hall of Flowers, which I was there. But Emerald Cup just happened. Joey was there, so I won't have the updates on the ground, but we were out there with the presence. This week we still back on the road, man. We back on the road. New York a couple weeks ago, then Hall of Flowers. Obviously, Joey was just at Emerald Cup, and then this week we're headed to New Mexico. Out there Wednesday through Friday. Gonna check out couple different facilities, some dispensaries, check out the market out there. And then CannaCon is happening in New Mexico Friday and Saturday. So we'll be out there on Friday checking out the market, seeing what New Mexico has to offer. If anyone's in the New Mexico market, please tap in. We would love to meet up, learn about what you do out there, or just pick your brain on the market. And then if you're out there, yeah, feel free to tap in, man. We'd love to ideally meet up, but more so just nerd out and learn about the market. So if you're in the New Mexico market, please tap in, or if you know what brands to check out, what stores to go to, we need to know all that. So on the next Monday morning joint, we'll probably we'll be recapping this trip to New Mexico, seeing what we found, talking about the products, the brands, kind of what we noticed in that market. We've been traveling to a lot of different markets, but excited to check out New Mexico. Working on a mixer for Friday. Please let me know. Nican in Chicago. I'm not sure if we're going to be out there. It's definitely on the radar, but we'll see. In June, I do know. Excuse me. Early on the West Coast. In June, I do know we will be at the Flower Expo in Massachusetts. Super excited about that. It's not in the description, but we will be at the Flower Expo in Massachusetts here, June 13th to 14th. Definitely excited to check that out. So last week we ran 4 episodes of the RMR podcast. We had Tim Blake from the Emerald Cup, Jason McHugh from Califari, Nathan Keys from Vape Department, and then we also had Ricky Williams from Heisman. So all 4 of those episodes are on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. In the description is the link to Spotify for the RMR podcast. But we ran 4 episodes last week. All of those are up on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen to podcasts. So definitely check those out. 4 really, really great episodes. Ricky Williams, former NFL player, Heisman Trophy winner in college, started a cannabis brand called Heisman. For people who don't know his journey, he won the Heisman in the late 90s, was one of the most prolific running backs in the NFL in the early 2000s, and was suspended a couple times for cannabis possession. And then now he actually, has started his own brand in cannabis, and it's a dope brand. They had a dope team. So that was a great chat, just talking about, cannabis, the NFL, and honestly just life, man. That was a great chat. So definitely check out that podcast. Next up, in cannabis news, a group of senators are calling for expungements to be added to the cannabis banking bill. They're still trying to get this cannabis banking bill to pass. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we definitely need to see that. I mean, ideally, we'd like to see cannabis rescheduled or descheduled, but really want to get this banking bill solved so we can get cannabis business to start getting their money and place it in a decent spot. What's up, Bill? Beard Bros? How we living, man? How we living? But yeah, so the banking bill, there's some adjustments happening there. A bunch of committee hearings getting before the House, the Senate, and they're trying to make this thing go through. I don't know if it's going to happen, but they're out there pushing it through. Next up, so we did the blackberry pie. Joey did the blackberry pie strain review from Lit out in Massachusetts. Lit is a brand from the MSO Air. But it's a solid flower, man. We've done a couple different product reviews from the Lit brand, and it's honestly they put out some pretty good weed in Massachusetts. So check out that review. Michael, you're being New Mexico for CannaCon. I'll be out there as well, just on Friday. I fly out at like 7 or 8 p.m. on Friday, on the 19th, but I'll be out there for, oh, excuse me, man, excuse me, not a morning person. Ironically, on the morning joint. Um, but yeah, I'll be out there on Friday, man. Would love to link up. Hit me up, Michael. I'll be walking the floor a little bit and hanging out with some friends out there in that market, and some people visiting that market. So I'd love to tap in. In music news, able to testify is announcing that his next album might be the last under the pseudonym The Weeknd. Is what we've all known him for. Obviously, came a long way since the House of Balloons mixtapes to one of the most popular artists in the world. I still remember when The Weeknd was like, no one even knew what he looked like. Very mysterious, those mixtapes. Only people that kind of were in the know that were listening to mixtapes were listening to them. And now it's like, my mom and my parents know who The Weeknd is. And so that's how you know someone's hit pop superstardom. But yeah, so The Weeknd's talking about it might be the end of The Weeknd and might just be rocking under a different music name. I don't know, Prince, formerly known as Prince, these artists time to time be changing their names, going on different creative endeavors, but excited to see what Abel's going to do next. Next up on music news, Drake just dropped the Air Drake merch line, which was catching a lot of heat online. There's a $4,100 blanket and $410 socks in that collection. And I know people were talking about it's like $410 for a single pair of socks. They better be the most comfy socks of all time. I saw it just catching some heat online, but people are definitely going to pay for it. Drake's got one of those fan bases. And next up in music news, Lil Wayne announces at LA show he is the best rapper alive. Not the first time he said it, won't be the last. And a lot of people also agree with that. So, Lil Wayne, I'm curious where he ranks on other people's GOAT scale. I know a lot of people put him in the top 2, top 3, top 5, and a lot of people hold him in regard as the greatest rapper, but he's out there claiming that, man. I don't know how other people feel about that. And then finally, we did our Hot Music Friday recap. Every Friday, we're recapping all the new music that comes out. So that article drops every Friday. Monday, we recap it. But every single Friday, we're dropping summary of a lot of the hottest new music. This week we had Coi Leray, Act the Savior featuring Zombie Juice, Alan Polimo featuring Mac DeMarco, Lee Fields, IDK, and then Conway Machine, Won't He Do It? That's been on my personal list. I've been bumping that Conway the Machine, Won't He Do It? But he does have a song on there called Kanye, and that's one of my favorite records on there is Kanye, and then the self-titled Won't He Do It? Those are the two records I've had on repeat. Sadly, Conway only does one verse on both of those. One has a feature. Or they both have features, but one has a feature verse. But those are my favorite records on that album, and I really like those records, and I like that album, so definitely check that out. And then Armani White dropped the album. He's been popping, crazy fan base out in India. Destroy Lonely, Snake Hips. So there's a lot of new music and a couple different genres released Friday. Curious what everyone out there is listening to. We stay bumping music around the RMR office and the squad. But again, yeah, this week we are headed out to New Mexico. This past week we're at the Emerald Cup. Curious what everyone's experiences were out there at the Emerald Cup. Looked like a lot of joy, love, and community. Wish I could have been out there personally, smoking some of that Northern California fire, but is what it is out here in Washington. But yeah, it looked like a great time. Definitely excited for New Mexico. See what's in this market. And again, I need to know who has the fire. What stores do we need to stop at? What people in the market do we need to know to interview? What brands are putting out weed that we should check out? What other products are in that market that are worth checking out? I need all those recommendations. We'll just be out there in a couple short days. But we need those recommendations so we can check in, come into that market and have know what we're looking for to some extent. And I had to start ground zero, just buying random stuff. And leaning on budtender recommendations in new markets could lead you strong. It could lead you wrong. You never quite know, but we're going to go out there and we're going to see all that. And then we'll be back on next Monday Morning Joint reporting on that. And then again, in a couple short weeks, there is the Flower Expo in Massachusetts. And then also I saw someone say Chicago on here. The 40 Tons Career Conference is happening in Chicago, June 19th, Juneteenth. Definitely check that out if you're in the Chicago market. If you're a company that wants to get involved with helping provide resources, information, and job opportunities to people that come from the legacy market, been arrested for cannabis, and BIPOC communities, definitely check out the 40 Tons Career Conference. If you need some information or need to get connected, please reach out. I'll help you get connected to the right people there. It's a quick, short episode on this week's Monday Morning Joint, but I appreciate everyone tuning in. And again, I'm gonna keep pleading for it. If you're in the New Mexico market or know someone in the New Mexico market or gonna be in New Mexico this week, tap in, man. Let's connect the dots. Let's learn. Let's make some moves, man. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope everyone has a great week. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We appreciate